Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Michelle Phillips, Inspector General, right here in the city of Oakland. She is assigned to the police department, specifically reporting to the Oakland Police Commission. Is that right?
That's right.
And not to the city council. Why not the city council? Why not the city auditor? Does it really make a difference who you report to if you're the inspector general?
I think that is an absolutely amazing question. It does. You want to ensure that inspector generals have no undue political influence regarding their job and their work. So reporting to an independent body such as the police commission, who are not elected officials, who are not employees of the city, I think is very important so that there is no undue influence in what the work finds, what we can report out on. We want to make sure that there's transparency and we work for the community.
Work for the community. Now, come on. How do you work for the community? Explain that in detail.
Absolutely. So what I've said that I wanted to do is to get out in the community, meet them where they are, see what their concerns are. Everybody who's dialing into these commission meetings are not always representative of the community. Sometimes there are people who can't call in, don't have the internet. So what I want to do is listen. There are certain communities. I had a opportunity to talk to LGBTQ plus community that may be afraid to talk about their interactions with the police department, but they have issues, they have concerns, and those are the individuals we want to hear from, whose rights are violated, civil liberties are violated. So that's what will help to drive our audits within policy recommendations that I can have for the commission.
Do you have a staff?
Good question.
Or is it just you, the Lone Ranger?
For a long time, it was just me. We have been working with the Human Resources Department, city administrator, as well as the council to get an appropriate staffing budget. So I have myself at this moment. I have a chief of staff who is a PhD, Lee Anderson, who is also from the oversight community, and I have an executive assistant to help. But I'm working towards getting some more staffing. So my chief of staff and myself are doing a lot of the substantive work.
So at the moment, there are approximately 3 people.
Absolutely, sir.
And you expect to have more, and you need more. Otherwise, how can you really be effective at the job when you think about it?
I definitely agree.
It's a huge job.
It's very large. The city council, including my position, did approve with the recommendation of the mayor and city administrator 8 positions.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good.
So I've drafted up job classifications and specs for that and going through the process to get some permanent employees.
Now, do you review, for example, police policies? And if so, are there any examples you can share for,
Absolutely. So when I first got here, I originally looked at IAD, which is the Internal Affairs Department's procedures and policies when it comes to their investigations and what governs their investigations, how they do their investigations to see if it coincides with how the Community Police Review Agency, who does and is tasked with, per the charter, independent parallel investigations of certain mandated cases. So that was one that I did early on. We've also initiated an audit right now of Task 42 under the Negotiated Settlement Agreement, which looks at the field training unit within OPD. So yes.
Field training unit. There's a field train. Oh, I guess that's a unit that trains the people who are out in the field.
Yes. So once a trainee or an officer has completed their stint through the academy, that means that they will be assigned a field training officer to kind of help them get acclimated and get them accustomed to how to present themselves while they're out.
Will you have anything to do with in terms of bringing on more African American police officers, or is there any influence you can have in that arena?
So that is not my area.
Not your area at all. I was hoping it would be.
I know, but the commission definitely has a broader jurisdiction. So they help with the staffing and they look at that. I think that a staffing study is needed. I've explained that and I've definitely told that to the commission as well as the chief.
Oh, good. Now, do you attend most of the commission police commission meetings?
I do attend all of the commission meetings. I report out once a month to the commission, and it's usually the first commission meeting I report out as of now.
And you have a good relationship, obviously, with the police commission?
I think I've gotten a lot of support, not only from the commission, but the city of Oakland at large. There's been a lot of support. There's been a lot of information that I've received, and I appreciate them taking me under their wing. You know, failure is not an option. We need to continue to move forward.
Failure is not an option. We need to continue to move forward. Remember those words, because those words are very critical to the success of Oakland. And Oakland will continue to be successful, and even more successful with Michelle Phillips, who is my guest. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris, and I am your host. We will be right back with All About Community.